Hello, Jim here, Freddie here. Freddie is a 9-year-old golden retriever. He's actually the elder statesman to Georgie, uncle, brother, if you will. If you look and see the Georgie video, he's a golden as well, 4-month-old golden. People ask me a lot about older dogs. Can old dogs learn new tricks? Yes, they can. They can learn a lot. It really depends on the temperament and personality. I do tell people if a dog is set in its ways, if it's really been able to do things that it wants to do all of its life, sometimes the more submissive commands, sort of like when a dog is, we ask them to down or place, they tend to be a little more reluctant to do that. We have to work real hard, we have to be real patient, we have to be determined, but we do not intimidate or dominate or break his spirit. That's not the way to train any dog. Yes, we do need to let them know that we're strong enough to physically and mentally be the leader, but that doesn't have to be with total domination. We don't do that with our children, at least most of us don't. You know, we have to let them know that we love them, we care. We want to interact, we want to engage, and he's really ignoring Mo right now, maybe even ignoring me too, because he knows we're getting ready to have to work a little bit. But we have to try to engage as much as we can. Hopefully you'll see we brought a little bit of that out with him as we start to work. But nevertheless, when we ask him to do something, he has to do it. Then we praise him and let him know how well he's done it. Okay? We can use treats, we can use toys, but typically the toy and treat is a reward for a job well done, or it's designed to entice him to do something if he's having a hard time. All right, Mo. Now, what happens when you've got a dog and a cat is just harassing the dog? If you've got a dog that can't handle it, after a little bit, you have to step in as the leader and get the cat away. It's your job to have your dog's back, okay? Same with another dog. Just because two dogs get together don't mean they're entitled to be together. You're the judge, you're the leader. You have to decide what will happen and what not. If your dog happened to be a little bit unsure, which this is not the case with Freddie, you would step in between and not create the engagement for socialization. Poor socialization is not the kind of socialization we want. All right, so here we go. Listen to my voice, watch my hand signals, and let's see how it goes. Freddie, let's go, buddy. Atta boy. That's a good boy. Hear me trying to initiate getting him to do what we want. That's a good boy. Right on. Good boy. Sit. Hand signal for sit. Atta boy. Good boy. Sit means sit. Does it mean get up when he wants? He has to hold the command. Older dogs tend to be ready to pounce up at a moment's notice. We have to teach that that rule has changed. Break. Break is the release. Sit. Atta boy. Now, if I wanted to when he did something, I'm going to try not to telegraph it. Break. Sit. Atta boy. Give him a little treat with that praise. It's good words, good touch, treat or toy. Even when I gave it to him, you notice I didn't release him. I could have released him before I gave him the treat or afterwards. You ready? Let's go. Sit. Now, if he did not sit or if he got up from the sit, I would take the leash and tap it real lightly. No. Sit. When I tap, we're biting, I like to say. It's a consequence. But it's our way of biting just like one dog would do to the other. Anytime we bite, after he does what we ask, we come right back in praise. I think you can see right now how sweet and loving Freddie is right now. Okay, next thing is the DOWN. When I give him that command from the side, I'm going to do the hand signal. If he didn't do it, I would take the leash, instead of tapping up, I would tap towards the ground. And I'm always in a position to be ready to act as the leader. Down. Good boy. Atta boy. Just like with the sit, down means down. He's got to hold it until we release him. I'll actually go so far as to put him in a stay command. When I say stay, that means pack your bags, you can smell the ground, you can chew a bone, you can go to sleep, you can roll over on your side. I'm happy as long as you stay. But I don't just use stay all the time. Down means down for a minute or so. Stay means pack your bags, you're going to be there a while. Also, as I said in the video with Georgie, stay can be a room command as well. Stay. Walk off. If he comes through, no, 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 stay. Now, when I'm talking about tapping, you saw me, that's a bite, that's the consequence, like tap. On let's go, that would be the same thing. Right, let's go. So if he started to get out in front of me, I would tap back on the leash, okay? As soon as he started, not when he got way out. My goal, and especially for him, because he was a puller, is to keep him beside us for a good long while, okay? If he starts to go out, it's no, let's go, and then praise when he's doing what we ask. Again, we don't wait till he's 2 feet out. Another thing that happens with dogs on walks, they get out, they're leading the walks. That's the first thing. That's the biggest thing with this guy. He's leading, he's in control. That creates those subtle problems with being the leader and asking for the submissive commands later as well. It does play into it. Also, when we're on walks and they're out in front, they're subject to the world, and we're not there as a checks and balance. That's not really his problem. He just wants to lead. He wants to promenade around and do those things. Let's go. Atta boy. Come on. Sit. So you saw the DOW down from the side. Here it is from the front. Down. Good. Good boy. Down means down. Now you're going to see me do the C-O-M-E. He really is, I hope he doesn't prove me wrong, he is really very good for this command. He likes it. You've done a wonderful job with him, the family, mom and dad of him. Come. Atta boy. Just as I said in the Georgie video, if I wanted to give him a treat for that, I would give him a treat the rest of his life. I wouldn't do it on that kind of timing. Most of the time I would give it to him as soon as he got to me. But I wouldn't be afraid of it ever. If it motivates a dog to give him a treat or a toy on come, I would do it all the time. Break. Sit. Let's go. Good boy. Sit. Down. Now, you won't know why unless you play this video back, but I went to give him down a little while ago and he actually moved a foot. You have to watch for those things. Is it a bad thing? No, as long as he only does it every once in a while. But many dogs, and I wrote about this in his guide or his booklet, start innocently by taking an inch, but before long they take a mile. You have to stop it if any kind of behavior appears to be innocent but growing. You're the leader. It's black and white with dogs as much as we can make it happen. Okay? Break. Let's go. Next command is the hump or load up command. Again, he's 9.5 years old. He probably doesn't have the legs that he had a while back. So he probably can't just lunge and jump into the back of a car like he used to. But we can teach him to start to climb as well. Huh. Atta boy. That's a good boy. And of course, once he's in there, like if he's in the car, it becomes a place command if you're trying to keep him in a certain area. Break. Let's go. Come. Atta boy. That's a good boy. Break. Sit. Good. Break. Play. There you go. You had to find it. Good boy. That's a good boy. Places, lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I'm a broken record. I say that every time, but I'm just trying to give you meaning. He can be there, do anything he wants, as long as it's not destructive, as long as he's making you happy, okay? Perfect at dinner. Perfect when you want to try to establish you're the leader when you want to relax. I'm going to tell you something. He's a little bit stiff right now in the place command. Right. But in the beginning, when we first brought him, place was a real hard command for Freddie. In fact, we put him on place, and he would keep his back to us and never look at us. He would sit right there. It's like a little boy standing in the corner of the room. He would look and just stay away. That hurts your feelings sometimes. I can understand that, but your mom, your dad, what did my mom tell me before she was going to spank me? Jim, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Hurt me to see that he didn't want to look at me when I was trying to give him a wonderful command. But guess what? We saw it through over and over and over. We treated him great. We tried to interact and love and praise when he did these things, and it's getting better and better. Just like with the down command. I know down was a very hard command. Now he'll down. Oh, a little slow there, but that was from stand up. He has to do it, okay? Last thing is the heel command. Heel command, I tell people all the time, first of all, on Let's Go, once he's walking the way we ask him to, we can give him how much leash we want. In the beginning, I believe we need to keep the leash loose and close to him. This way we can tap and not be stretching and moving in all kinds of weird angles. Let's go. With our leash. See, I've got it loose, I can react. Then as he gets better, I can give him as much leash as I want to, okay? Sit. So the next thing, good boy. The next thing is the heel command. We have that imaginary box. Our job is to keep him in the box, okay? His job is to stay in the box and go with us, mirror our moves wherever we go. He's supposed to adjust, adapt, and get right back into the box. When we stop, he's supposed to sit automatically. He's supposed to stay in that sit until we remove him. Fantastic if you're at a concert or picnic or someplace, even the pet store, and you want to keep him real close, this is the way to do it. Again, the goal is to keep him on a loose leash, but ready to react at any time. Okay? Remember, let's go, come, is tapping the leash parallel to the ground in the direction you want him. That's going to be the heel that's the same way. Down towards the ground, sit up, okay? Hand signal is like this, heel. Good. I step off, good. Right back into it. We sit, good. In the beginning, I practice heel in straight lines so our dog understands, and then after that, heel. I'll do figure eights. I'll step off and make him have to adapt to it. Good boy. Yeah, I slow down, I speed up. Good boy, good boy. I make him have to adapt to me. I'm the leader. Good boy, break. Wow, that's it. Freddie's a great guy. Yeah, he's an old man, sort of like me, but he still can learn. I can learn too. We'll do what you ask if you treat us right. Treat him right. You're the leader. You love him. You praise him. You ask him to do what he needs to do because it's what's best for him and it's what's best for the rest of the pack. My name's Jim Hodges, JimHodgesDogTraining.com. Facebook, you can find me, type it in Jim Hodges Dog Training. My number is 336-945-3232. Again, thank you so much for trusting me with not one, but 2 dogs. And I can't wait to see how things go at home. Take care. Bye-bye. Good boy. Break.